Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Around the Bases podcast. I'm Coach Coons along with Coach Porter. Uh, I don't know, Coach. Just to get in on this, I've seen so many pictures here in Alabama where snow is on the fields. They're hitting ground balls and we can't get it to shortstop because it just rolls in 4 inches of snow.
Yeah, it's been a bad winter so far. Uh,
Louisiana, but then again, we're going to be in the 50s this weekend. But Louisiana's getting it. Gulf Shore down here is getting it. I mean, that's unheard of. But and it's cold. We're getting into. I'm in Alabama, and we're going to be in single digits tomorrow morning early.
it's 13 degrees right now in West Virginia,
There you
and
go.
all the schools are canceled tomorrow because it's going to be under zero tonight, which it is not typical for here, nor is the fact that we have about 10 inches of snow on the ground either. So that is not a typical. We're on the harsher side of the winter, and I'm ready for some sunshine.
That's what I moved from New York, where this time of year I'd have 4 feet of snow and it would be 20 below zero with the winds to come south to get away with it. I think I just escaped the 4 feet of snow because everything else is pretty similar.
Yeah,
But
you probably. How much snow do you have on the ground tonight, right
we
now?
have no, we have no snow on the ground, but the wind is blowing and it is frigid cold.
Are they canceling schools in your area?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody's canceled here.
Yep. They don't want kids. They're not prepared down here with winter coats and things. So, that's the big thing is standing out waiting for the bus. So, like what we do tonight, we'll have a special guest next week. But I thought what we would do tonight is just piggyback off what Coach Hart and Coach Addison Rouse gave us. The takeaways and things like that, and keep it short and sweet. But just a couple things that I picked up on is in a world where there is so much world of recruiting, where there's so many metrics out there, and we had two coaches, uh, very successful coaches, have placed people at the next level after college, has worked with people at a facility, and metrics was like, yeah, they're there, but our biggest thing is character. And
Yeah.
that kind of, makes me think because we're so driven. You see all these people trying to get this, and this, but it's the intangibles. And I think we talked about this one time. It's your heart. It's are you an athlete? An athlete that a leader, that person that your teammates are going to look up to. They feel good when you go up to the plate. They want the ball hit to you. Those types of things. And
Yeah.
nothing to do with how fast you can get the first or a ball off the bat speed, things like that. What are your take there?
There's so much value in the sixth tool, right? The sixth tool. There's so much value in it. The heart, the character, the work ethic, the relationships. I cannot express to you how bad it is to play or coach in a bad culture. In a bad culture. And everybody at some point in their career has been part of a bad culture, right? Everybody's had a
Right.
bad teammate. Most people at some point have probably been a bad teammate. Okay, you know, one of the first speeches I give to any team I coach is "Misery loves company." Right? Misery loves company, and what happens is those guys with bad character, they grow tentacles and start pulling in other guys,
Right.
right?
Right.
And they start creating opposition in the group, and that's important. So recruiting guys with high character, guys that are with high character, guys that aren't characters, is really really important. If you can put together guys that can play the game the right way, that are good people, it's not only going to be an enjoyable experience, but you're going to
And I'll take, and we lost your audio there for a second, but I will take 9 guys and put them on a field, or 9 girls and put them on a field that have heart, determination, will do whatever it takes for the team to win over 9 players, and one of them's a great hitter, and one is this. They all have individual things. I think if you can mesh them together, that culture, you're going to win a lot of games, and you're going to have fun in your career.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Okay.
I can, yes.
Okay. So I think that that's what, as a coach, I think that the age of the transfer portal creates a problem because of the amount of players going different places. I think that creates a problem, and that problem, it makes it tough for coaches to develop culture because all these guys are in every year and moving around, and I don't like it here, so I'm going to transfer. I think it's difficult. So getting guys that are character guys that want to be there with heart and grit and determination, I think very important at all levels, especially at the small college level. I think it's
Right.
very important.
Well, the other question too, think about this for a second. How many viewers out there, baseball, softball, any sport, when a coach, you're sitting down there, you're meeting with the coach, and they say, what do you think is your best asset? How many say heart and determination? How many go the other route and say, well, my batting average was 650. I can run a 3.5 to first base. My pop time is this. I think and that's where I think a company like us can help you, because I would recommend to people, give them that heart and determination if that's what it is, because that gets their juices flowing for the next question and the next question. You can always bring your metrics in, or
Yeah.
probably 9 times out of 10 they already know your metrics.
Right.
And this just leads to a whole other avenue that may just give you, because let's face it, when it comes down to recruiting, what gives you that one edge over the other 5 people or 4 people or that they're recruiting for that spot?
I think it's your desire. I really, really do. And I think the desire piece, typically people with strong desire are really good teammates as well.
I agree. I
I mean,
agree.
desire is what sets you apart. What sets you apart, and I think that desire tool is crazy important. And the desire tool is not a tool that you can see verbally. I think the desire tool is what you witness, and that's why coaches have to get out there and watch players. Remember Coach Rouse talking about him getting out. We're going to be a lot of places, and we're going
Right.
to watch guys play. You can look at metrics, you can look at video, you can talk to people, right? But what are you seeing? What are you seeing? How is
Yep.
he talking to his teammates? How's he running the first base? How's he dealing with, or how he or she is dealing with adversity?
Right.
How hard are they working? What are they doing when their teammates are in the dugout jacking around? Are they getting ready to play the game? And then you add references. What does this coach say? What does this coach say? What's the guidance counselor say?
Yep.
Right?
Oh yeah.
What's this person say? Then add the metrics. There's your complete player. But being able to play the game, having feel for the game, and just like I said, the desire tool for me is very important. And it's those are desire. Sometimes you can't see it. You gotta watch. It's all about those little things.
Yeah, and I think you got to understand, you're going to play for a person that this is their job. So we're not saying throw metrics out the door. Metrics are going to come into play, but what would I recruit a guy or a girl who maybe is a quarter of a second or a half a second slower down the line to first base, but will run through a wall and not even ask, that metaphor. But the desire, absolutely, 100% of the time, because their desire will eventually someday make that half second up,
Yeah.
or make that inch up, or make that foul ball become fair, because the desire to succeed is there.
Yeah. And like you said, metrics are important. At the end of the day, you still got to hit a fastball. And
Right.
in today's game, D3 JUCO, you're gonna have to hit a upper 80s, low 90s fastball. You're gonna have to be able to hit a fastball. You're gonna have to be able to throw the ball. You got to catch it at a high level, all that stuff. But yeah, so that's all important, right? You wouldn't even be on the radar if you couldn't do that. Metrics is going to get you in the door. How you play is going to get you in the door.
But what
How long you,
separates? Right.
yeah,
What?
how long you stay there
Right.
is whether or not you're going to be, are you a good fit for our program and your desire to, are you willing to go that extra mile? Are you going to be a great teammate? How are you when you're doing bad? Or the old football saying, who are you without the ball? If you're a football
Right.
player, who are you without the ball?
Exactly. Well, and that was my biggest takeaway from actually both those coaches: character, your makeup, your build up. How are you as a person? And again, we're not. This is baseball. This is softball. This could be any sport. Uh, and I think that's, like I say, that's where we come into play to help you with those things. Uh, because we have been two coaches who have recruited on desire and heart, and then metrics and this and academics. And I mean, it all fits together, but we help you to get that one little niche that may put you in front of two or three or four other people. And let's face it, depending on the level you're playing, that one little niche might be all you need.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this about the desire tool. The best baseball player I ever coached is not the most talented player I've ever had.
Right.
The first player I ever had that signed a professional contract is the best player I've ever coached, and it's because of the desire tool.
Right.
The most talented player I ever coached did not play professional baseball.
Yep. And it works.
Because of the desire tool.
Correct. It works out that.
Because of the desire tool, right?
Yep.
And I would have to say I had two middle infielders, very talented, both played professional baseball. Both had the desire tool. 100%. Very
Right.
and different skill sets. But the best player I ever coached, talent-wise, did not play pro ball, okay? And the best player I ever played with, had the desire tool, but probably wasn't the most talented player I played with.
Right.
I mean, there's something to be said about that.
Oh yeah, it sure is. Well, I think what we'll do is, we want to just build off of that. Next week, we may have two coaches on here, right? We want to get into that new JUCO rule that's out there that allows you to go to a junior college, and then you could go on to a 4-year, and the 2 years don't count against you. So we may have a coach. I'm waiting on that right now. A very talented junior college coach. His team has gone to the JUCO World Series. They're very competitive. They have a couple players that are in the major leagues that have transferred to 4 years and then got drafted, and so on. But and then you may have another coach as well talking about another facet of the game. But check us out. We launched our new website. Take a look at us on there. But if you have any questions, you see our emails right here on the screen. You can go on our website. Our emails are there. You can email us. You can fill out the questionnaire. Again, we'll give you a free evaluation. We're not going to hound you and everything else. I know that other companies out there do that. I know. My son was part of that, and I know. We don't. We just want to work with you if you want to be worked with. And I think we have a lot of valuable information. Coach Porter was in the game a long time. I was in the game a long time. And we can certainly help you get around and maneuver the corners. Plus, the other thing I think that makes us a valuable commodity, I was also a high school coach. You were a high school coach. You are a high school coach now. But high school coaches a lot of times are full-time teachers too. So they don't have as much time to offer sometimes because they have their job, they're grading papers, they're doing this, they're doing that, and they're coaching. I'm not grading papers and giving tests and things like that, and neither are you. So we have the time to do that and to help you out. Now, it doesn't mean they're not doing it for you, but we can certainly supplement it and push it more. So I think that's another thing to look at when you're talking about a company like ours, But if you're looking for that edge, we're available to certainly help you with that.
Yeah, hey, we'll get you placed. When we have our initial call, we're going to determine based on the information what we can do to help you.
Right.
We'll get you out there. Another thing with these podcasts, we're out. We've got hopefully some really good players coming up at the professional level as well to come on here to talk about their recruiting experiences and things along those lines. And I know Coach Kuntz and I are really excited about our podcast coming up and our guests. And the other thing is this: reach out to us. We're going to help you, and it's cost effective. Get on the website and let us go to work together.
Yeah, we'll put you on a podcast. You can ask us questions for the whole show about different things, and we'll answer them right on here for you. So, I mean, that's how flexible we are. But aheadandaccountrecruiting.com. Check us out. We will see you next week. Very special guest. It'll be worth it, so tune in. Till then, we'll see you. Hope the weather warms up and the snow melts in your way, Coach.
You too.